Welcome to Terragen's Flat Roof Mounting System tutorial. Step 1A. Install the tilt triangles onto the base rail. Start by placing the tilt triangles onto the base rails, aligning the pre-drilled holes. Using the M8 50mm bolt, secure the tilt triangle to the base rail and secure with the M8 serrated nut. Torque each bolt to 7 foot-pounds and add torque marks. Use a spacing jig to mark where the cross adapters will be placed. Refer to the construction package for required dimensions. Refer to the construction package for the cuts required for the project. It is advantageous to set up a cutting station to prep all of these before installation. Refer to the construction package for base rail layout with color-coded plan and locate the starting point for the first base rail. Step 2. Install the rubber pads and base rail layout. The remainder of the base rails can be in reference to the starting base rail with proper center-to-center spacing identified in the construction package by measuring or using a spacing jig. A rubber pad is used to protect the roof membrane. Place the rubber pads on a typical 60-inch spacing center to center. Place the base rails on top of the rubber pads, adjusting rubber pads to align with base rails. The spacing can be adjusted to account for root angulations. Typical rubber pad supply is a recycled rubber under the base rails that is not attached to the system. TPV rubber pad can be requested as a substitute. Align the front and back base rails with a string line or laser to ensure proper positioning. Step 3. Install the base rail splices. To connect adjacent base rails, use base rail splice with details provided in the construction package. Step 4. Install the cross adapters onto tilt triangle assemblies, leaving adequate room for the top rail. Use cross adapters to secure the top rails to the tilt assemblies. Click the cross adapter onto the tilt assembly to attach a top rail. Unless otherwise specified on the construction package, 2 cross adapters per connection are only required on the edge columns of the base rails, while all other connections in the field will require just 1 cross adapter. Step 6A. Install the top rails onto tilt triangle assemblies. Refer to the construction package for top rail layout with color-coded plan. The maximum overhang amount is also specified in the construction package, and it is measured from the edge of the mounted panel to the base rail. A minimum of 2 inches of top rail is required past the end of the module on the starting side. Torque the cross adapters to 7 foot-pounds. Step 6B. Installation of top rail splice and thermal brakes. When required, the top rails splice together with a bonding integrated splice bar. Ensure that the top rail slides over top of the dimples on the bonding clip, which provides bonding between rails. When a thermal brake is required, refer to construction package, a 3/4 inch gap must be left between the top rails. The module will brake at this point with end clamps on either side. Step 7. Install the ballast blocks and clamps or trays. Secure blocks with the provided ballast clamp in the appropriate locations according to the ballast plan on the construction package. In cases with very high wind loads, additional blocks may be accompanied by using a ballast tray with either 4 or 6 blocks. Step 8. Install the mid-clamps and end clamps onto the top rails. Click the end clamps onto the end of the top rails. Refer to the construction package for the dimensions to the end of the rail. Click on the mid-clamps by using a spacing jig. The spacing jig is the same width as the modules. Mid-clamps can slide up and down the rails for ease of installation. Step 9. Installation of wire management option. TGR base rails, the north-south rails, can be used to secure wires requiring management from row to row. We permit installers to secure wire management components to our base rail. TGR base rails can be used to support cable tray for wire support running from west to east. Zip ties can be used to secure the wiring onto the top rails. Step 10. Install the modules. Install the modules into the end clamps. Adjust the module to the proper position and tighten the end clamps to 7 foot-pounds. Slide the mid-clamp in tight to the module, making sure that the tab of the bonding washer is placed under the module frame. Once the next module is placed properly, the mid-clamp can then be secured and torqued to 12 foot-pounds. Congratulations! You have finished the install of the TGR flat roof mounting system.